Hi, I'm Adrian Laldy out of Washington, D.C. I'm also a member of the Oasis Band, and we traveled to New York to get our share of CultureShare.
Rough and fiery. Rough and fiery.
Well, hello again. I am Harold PYSADEE, and for the next 60 minutes, we'll be featuring the best in Caribbean entertainment on CultureShare. And this week, we have a guest hostess.
Hello, my name is Lydia Perosa, and I'm glad to be here with Harold PYSADEE to capture a slice of CultureShare. Today, we have a new and exciting show, just as always. First up, we have Tommy T, who we caught playing at the Flamingo in Brooklyn, and his song is Can't Touch the Vinci.
Travel to all them islands, I party with many women. When they shaking up their boom, see, they don't care about anybody. Trinidad and good wine, Ruby gold and good wine, Grenada and good wine, Jamaican good wine. But they can't beat the Vinci, can't beat the Vinci, can't beat the Vinci, can't beat the Vinci woman. Boy, move, hey. I see a Vinci and a Trini. Whining one night at Trinity, because of the excitement, they want to see who face embarrassment. St. Lucian good wine, Antigua good wine, Dominican good wine, Barbadian good wine. But they can't beat the Vinci, can't beat the Vinci, can't beat the Vinci, can't beat the Vinci woman. Oi, ay ay oi, ooh. They getting on really wassy, like they alone in the party. They jumping and shouting, DJ keep the music swinging. Vinci. Can't beat the Vinci. Can't beat the Vinci. Can't beat the Vinci. Woman. Boy. Vinci. Trini woman, 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 Vinci 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 woman. All right, thank you.
Tommy T, Can't Touch Da Vinci at the Flamingo Inn in Brooklyn, backed up by The Rebels, the big soca band in New York. We move on with more action on CultureShare, and we go back to 1988 and the Marsh Show finals in Grenada. This Calypsonian comes from the most northerly parish in Grenada, St. Patrick's. He's a teacher by profession, but sings Calypso from the heart. Doing Systems, the bubbler.
Guys, dogman ideology is what really killing me. Which feels his burden is the heaviest, but neglecting the nation's interests. With flattery and promises to fit each of our disposition. Corrupt politicians contaminating human mental, but too much cook does spoil the pot. Caribbean people had enough. Give the people what they want, things to be done, too much old talk. But it's only a system and system. Look, you have all Caribbean people suffering. Boy, get rid of the easy man schism. Oh, OECS unity we demanding. It's only a system and system. Lord is only talk, politicians talking. Boy, get rid of the easy man schism. But practically nothing really happening. Bam, 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 bam. Trouble in the Caribbean, only problem, hardly any solution. And still the leaders can understand is the system, cause now the corruption. Well, Eugenia, Blaze and Adlam, Simmons, Mitchell, Biabod and John Compton should seize the time for this union. In unity we could be so strong if we put our dreams to reality and achieve OECS unity. With more trading and linkage industry, the Caribbean would be a place to be. But it's only a system and system. Look, you have all Caribbean people suffering. Boy, get rid of the easy man schism. OECS unity we demanding. It's only a system and system. Lord is only talk, politicians talking. Boy, get rid of the easy man schism. but practically nothing really happening. Bim, 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 bim. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-bam, bam, bam, bam. The Caribbean needs an identity. Our people must hold on to their history. Our culture, we must understand, is a root and a foundation. Well, look, still pan facing extinction, all because of foreign competition and the influence of television. Ruining the Caribbean, we must shake ourselves to reality, holding on to what belongs to it to avoid this cultural erosion. We must combat it as one nation. But it's only a system and system. Look, you have all Caribbean people suffering. Why would get rid of the easy man schism? Oh, you see, as unity we demanding. It's only a system and system. Lord, it's only talk, politicians talking. Why would get rid of the easy man schism? But practically nothing really happening. Bim, 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 bim. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-bam, bam, bam, bam. Now it's political idiocy and an insult for our country, for our leaders to be subservient to some other foreign government. Yes, we could protect our sovereignty, we could have a different foreign policy, and our culture and politics is no superpower business. Yes, we could trade with America. Tourism is a vital factor. We could accept aid from Russia, or we could buy the Cuban sugar. But when they bring ideology and they try to influence we with all kind of strategy, we will be the biggest enemy. But it's only a system and system. Look, you have all Caribbean people suffering. Why would get rid of the easy man schism? Oh, you see, as unity we demanding. It's only a system and system. Lord, it's only talk, politicians talking.
That was Grenada's own Bubbler doing Systems. That song promoted a lot of unity in the Caribbean islands. How are you enjoying the show, Harold?
Well, with you next to me, Lydia, I have no choice but to enjoy the show. And Lydia, we'll be right back with more after these messages.
That's right. What would you like to see next, Harold?
How about some action from the lovable lunatic?
That's right. Next up is Crazy.
You know, Crazy was in the finals of the Calypso competition in Trinidad a few years ago, and he wanted to zoom in on stage from a helicopter. But the authorities had to deny him that.
That's right, because he's a nut. He's a lunatic.
We caught him at the Calypso Review tent in Trinidad, doing one of his big hits for 1991.
That's right, and it's Fools.
Just because they find crazy moving cool, certain people feel that I'm a fool. Just because I warm and kind-hearted, certain people feel that I'm stupid. But they're making a big mistake if they're thinking so, and for their own sake. I want them to know a fool is a kind of maniac who gone off on crack, a fool who is under attack somewhere in Iraq, a man who never went to school and feel he's smarter than everybody. He is a fool who introduced fat, foolish, who afraid pussycat, don't wrong. I wonder if he is really smart. And all who believe in racialism, so silly they breaking people's heart. The man who raping at will, ain't have sense like me. And man who just kill, I smarter than he. A fool is a prime minister who is a liar. A fool is a way banker who trusts his partner. A man who living in the past and don't want to face reality. He is a mass who taking cola,
Foolish,
who is still water.
don't touch.
Crazy might be many things, but I know better.
Foolish, don't touch.
If they want to know who's stupid, let them go around the world and see how much destruction and misery came out of a university. They say sense speak before book, but regrettable. Anyhow you look, it's foolish people. A fool is a non-believer who destroys nature. A fool is an advocate of bad behavior. A man who just worship money and sell his whole soul for it completely. Well, he's a dummy who just ridicule,
Foolish,
who divide and rule.
don't touch.
Crazy might be looking cool, but I ain't no fool.
Foolish, don't touch.
When it comes to doing foolishness, sometimes government is the greatest. Like, often we see kings and presidents getting on as if they have no sense. Graduates of higher learning who want to be wise, most times they live in a fool's paradise. A fool is a politician who like corruption. A fool is a man or woman without ambition. A man who get trapped more than once and fail to issue a proper response. He is a dust who walking with gun,
Foolish,
who doesn't have fun.
don't touch.
Crazy might be looking dumb. I have my head up.
That was Crazy singing his 1991 hit, Fools.
I remember this next performer blowing trombone for the Earth Tremors band and then went into the Calypso field singing Calypso, and oh, what a great impact he made. I'm talking about the reigning Calypso monarch of Grenada, 4 times Calypso king, the Ajamo. Now this song he's going to do for us is a song that he sang in the 1989 Calypso finals when he lost to the Inspector. But in my mind, this is one of the best composed Calypsos he ever had. Lovely music, melodious, harmonious, and lovely lyrics. Here he is as we caught him at the Tilden Ballroom doing Calypso music, Ajamo.
Come down, Danny. Calypso, Calypso. Yes, I want to know that sweet Calypso. I say music. There is nothing in this world to be sweeter than music. My Calypso, sweet Calypso, music.
Until I die, I will sing my Calypso song. Yes, man. To fight evil forces down. Yes, fight them down. Fight them down with Calypso song. When they come to eat up all my flesh and take away my dignity, I will fight them musically. Yeah, as I notice every trap that they set, but tell them I say they ain't ready yet, because I'm protected and safeguarded by the Master. And just like King David, I was born a conqueror. So I'm gonna sing my Calypso, sing my Calypso. I sing it for the rich and for the poor, and everywhere I go, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna, yes, I'm gonna sing my Calypso. I know for sure it would open freedom door. Yes, Calypso, I want them know that's my weapon, and I'm gonna use it the best that I can. Yes, sweet melody with clarity and powerful lyrics. I go mash down all them hypocrites. Cause I know, yes I know, if it's one thing for sure, my music, Calypso music, could captivate your soul. Yes, it could make you lose control. It is good for the young and for the old. Yeah. Another thing I want them to know, my Calypso is no papi show. It's educating and entertaining for everyone. Yes, Calypso is my culture, born on a plantation. So I'm gonna sing my Calypso, sing my Calypso. I sing it for the rich and for the poor, and everywhere I go, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna, yes, I'm gonna sing my Calypso. I know for sure it would open freedom door. Play the drum. Calypso, Calypso. I say music, I don't care what they say, I know I love my music. My Calypso, sweet, sweet Calypso. Music, music, music. They bound to fail, I don't care how hard they may try. Why? I'll tell you why. My music will never die. It must play each and every way. Calypso in its way is one in a million. Oh yes, it could ease your frustration. Tell them I say Calypso is number one. Yes, under pressure on the slave ship, and when the master strike with his whip, and when they walk us so hard in the sun, yes, we had no choice but to sing Calypso song. So I'm gonna sing my Calypso, sing my Calypso. I sing it for the rich and for the poor, and everywhere I go, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna, yes, I'm gonna sing my Calypso. I know for sure it would open freedom door. Yes, one more thing before I go, I must let you know, as a man I would stand up strong and fight for Calypso. I'll put my neck on a block and I'll swim, and so help me God. Good God, I'm gonna lick you if you treat my Calypso up so bad. So you better beware of the things you say, 'cause not a man shall escape as small as you see me. But little ox does cut down big, big tree. And if you is Goliath, well, King David, that's me. You see, I'm just like Daniel in the lion's den. I never get bite, 'cause them lion is my friend. And just like Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, I pass through the fire and I never get burned. So I want them know I'm gonna sing my Calypso. Sing my Calypso. I sing it for the rich.
That was Sweatin' Ajamo, sweating it out at the Tilden Ballroom. Our next performer is the greatest Calypsonian that ever lived. He was born in 1935 in Grenada and migrated as a young gentleman to Trinidad.
Sparrow was the first Calypsonian to lead a demonstration in the 1960s for better pay for Calypsonians at the Dimanche Gras, and they got better payment, the first ever. In the 1970s, Sparrow went down to Nigeria and performed there, and when he finished doing his performance, he was crowned the Chief Omowale of Ikoyi. So great was the performance. So many things could be said about this great man that we just wouldn't have the time to tell you about it. Still one of the hardest working Calypsonians in the business, and still the supreme Calypso king of the world. We caught him in Grenada during the carnival celebrations in August, doing one of his big hits of the 1960s, Congo Man, the Birdie.
This is the story, ladies and gentlemen, about two lovely white women traveling all the way to Africa. Africa, Africa. They found themselves deep in the heart of the Baluba in the Congo. Taking them back to their husbands. But brother was hungry. Hungry. Two white women traveling through Africa. Africa. Find themselves in the hands of a cannibal headhunter. Headhunter. He cook up one and he eat one raw. They taste so good, he wanted more. Me want more. Hi, yeah, envy the Congo man. I wish it was me. I want to shake his hand. He eat on the list. I'm upset. What about you? Never it's alright. You lie. How the Congo going to take a little taste. Take a little taste. Open me eye and he start to grin. Rubbing the belly and the mumbling. I wish it was me. I want to shake his hand. He eat on the stomach upset, and I never eat a white meat. Yabba dabba dabba do ya.
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 Ude ude ho.
Ude ude lo.
Ude ude ho.
Ude ude lo.
Tie them up and he put them to lay down on the ground.
On the ground.
Light up the fire and he started dancing round and round.
Round and round.
One of the women started to beg. He bites him on the chest and then he catch him on the leg. He eats it raw. Envy the Congo man. I wish it was me. I want to shake his hand. He eat on the stomach upset. What about you?
Never eat a white meat.
Eh? You look like you never eat a black meat yet. Ude, ude ho.
Ude ude lo.
Ude, ude ho.
Ude ude lo.
The next one started screaming with all the voice she got.
Voice she
That's why he lifted she up and he put her inside a big, big pot. The water was warm, she started to wiggle. The Congo started to laugh. Giggle. Envy the Congo man. I wish it was me. I want to shake his hand. He eat on the stomach upset, and I
never eat a white meat yet.
I said I never eat a white meat.
Oh no.
You ever eat a white meat?
Oh no.
You ever eat a white meat?
Oh no.
You never eat a white meat. Come on. You ever eat a white meat? Eh? Talk the truth now. You ever eat a white meat? You ever eat a white meat? I want somebody who's talking. You never eat a white meat. You're lying through your damn teeth. You tell me how the meat's sweet. I hear you try and repeat. You talk it all in the street. Them boy get you picking hair from your teeth. Now you say you're not in white meat. Whoa, 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 whoa. I said I never, 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 never. I never eat a white meat, yeah.
That was an oldie but goodie from the Mighty Sparrow.
Those girls excite you?
Yes, they do.
Yes, I'm yet to hear a Calypsonian with that kind of vocal range that Sparrow possesses, the Congo man in Grenada from the Birdie. Our next performer is one of the finer exponents of the lyrical aspect of Calypso. He is Hollis Liverpool, the Chalk Dust. And they say that when you have good lyrics, sometimes all you need is a guitar and you can please any crowd. And this is just what Chalk Dust will do for us now. We caught him at the Equitable in Manhattan at the Sunshine Awards show last year. Here he is doing a tribute to Calypsonians. Chalk Dust.
I am sure you'd agree with me. We don't know enough of our own country, because our history books teaching we only about Drake and Queen Mary. Now we know so much about England, Buccaneers, Eskimos and Red Indian. And if a tourist should come today, we in trouble if she asks about Canne Brulee and the history of Calypso. Oh, what children and them don't know. They never hear about Heliard but 20 or Tokyo. So I want to see life stories of Lord Executor, Growler, Attila, Invader and Killer, the origin of carnival in the country. Write that down in history. And the first panmen like Fisheye and Spree, tell them to write that down in history. Lincoln is the toast of America. England is proud of William Shakespeare. But Gentle Daniel and Sir Henry Pierre, Lennox O'Reilly, children never hear. The 1903 water riots, who were the 16 who met their death? Who or what started the Sipari affair? These are questions nobody ain't tackled yet. I want to read in my own history letters of John Craig that we never see, and all them stick fight songs that my grandfather sang for me. Yes, I want to sing the history of Parang, Bele, Joropo, Tambu, Bambu, Serenal and Shango, Jaru, Pike, Koromanti and Bongo. Write them down in history. We are the only country with pirate taxi. Tell them to write that down in history. They must write more of our legends. Sukuya, Laja, Bless, Lagahu and Dwena. We don't know the history of we Jab Jab, although every year we play mass like mad. Now we have great relics of history, like Whitehall, Police Barracks and Knowsley. The Princess Building was history wasting, and them fellas with their degree won't write a thing. But they write books on Winston Churchill. Of Columbus we have had our fill, and nobody wouldn't write a line about spoilers still. So I want to see panmen like Gaga and Pepe Lamoko, Boots, Boy Blue, Catanosa, Dikoto, Pepsi, Hales, Black Dick and Barrow. Write them down in history. Don't forget Muscle Rat, Ranger and Red Ozzy. Tell them to write them down in history. The wrong things today are taught, and nothing about our great men of sport. George John Bowl out England 1923. Clifford Rhodes before lunch, score a whole century. Write that and forget Mr. Raleigh. Bring in Squeaky Hines and Pompey. Now we govern ourselves and rule our land. Let my people learn more of our nation. Write about Bitulum and we pay me. Let the world know is we invented roti. Let me see in books we pudding, pilau and we chal curry. Oh yes, believe me, is we invented Good Friday, Boboli. We made up words like Tutube and Basodi. Our Susu Chase, Manhattan Bank copy. Write that down in history. And the first teacher to sing Calypso was me. Tell them to write that down in history.
You know what, Harold? That's a very beautiful poetic song that Chalk Dust has sung.
Oh yes, and with lyrics like that, I'd love to see it get involved in the schools in an effort to edify the minds of our youths. Right. That's it on Culture Share this week. I am Harold PYSADEE.
And I'm Lydia Perosa.
And as we leave you this week, we feature the music of the Shorty, captured at the Seamoon Pavilion in 1989, doing Suzanne.
Bye now.
Suzanne, I cannot reveal. I mean, two fellas out there. She said, Johnny, why you doing? I want to them in the and Susan, whoa. Susan, Susan, Baccaria. Understand. The last year, I like idiot. A fella, a man is an inspector. They tell me I went to knock my spirit. And they say I had a community culture. I have time to see my Calypso. I tell them that you did by that COVID. I say, so bacana. Oh, what is it? The judge is there. I see my Calypso this year. The judge is like, he will not pick at all. Only you get the back to go. I like in the table. There's like to see Swanky on stage right there. I said, so, oh. Walk on me, the young girl and them. I've been telling the children. Say, Chatty boy, I tell you, see you on video cassette. The man and them, they let the greater culture. They say, Chatty boy, if you see a big wall, you'll make a lot of money. You know what is them? Daddy, I will come more serious. Thank you.